In a land where dream meets ambition and ambition meets temptation, there is a history so deep that it continues to inspire and motivate us today. Welcome to Thero, the portal to stories that ignite the flames of ambition, dreams, and determination. Today we dive into a timeless story of how a cup of rice almost cost an entire kingdom. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Let's embark on this journey together at Thero, where dreams come to life and every choice counts. Once upon a time, there was a king ruled in northern Japan. One of his ministers was called the royal price maker, and he was an honest man. His job was to set a fair price for anything the king wanted to buy or sell. On some occasions, the king did not like his price making. He did not get as big a profit as he wanted. He did not want to pay so much when he bought or sold for what he thought was not enough. So he decided to change the price maker. One day, the king saw a handsome young man and thought, "This fellow will be good for my price-making position." So he dismissed his former honest price maker and appointed this man as the new one. The fellow thought, "I must make the king happy by buying at low prices and selling at very high prices." So he made the prices ridiculously, without caring what anything was worth. This gained the greedy king a lot of money and made him very happy. Meanwhile, all the others who dealt with the new price maker, including the king's other ministers and people, became very unhappy. One day, a horse merchant arrived in the city with 500 horses. There were stallions, mares, and ponies. The king invited the merchant to the palace and called upon his royal price maker to set a price for all 500 horses. Thinking only of pleasing the king, he said, "The entire herd of horses is worth 1 cup of rice." So the king ordered that 1 cup of rice be paid to the horse dealer, and all the horses were taken to the royal stables. Of course, the merchant was very upset, but he could do nothing. He heard about the former price maker who had a reputation for being fair and honest. So he approached him and told him what had happened. He wanted to hear his opinions to get a proper price from the king. The former price maker said, "If you do as I say, the king will be convinced of the correct value of the horses. Go back to the price maker and satisfy him with a valuable gift. Ask him to tell the value of 1 cup of rice in the presence of the king. If he agrees, come and tell me. I will go with you to the king." Following this advice, the merchant went to the price maker and gave him a valuable gift. The gift made him very happy. He saw the value of pleasing the horse dealer. Then the merchant said to him, "I was happy with your previous evaluation. Can you please convince the king of the value of 1 cup of rice?" The foolish price maker said, "Why not? I will explain the worth of 1 cup of rice." The price maker thought the horse dealer was satisfied with his cup of rice. He arranged another meeting with the king. The merchant reported back to the old price maker and went together to see the king. All the king's ministers and full court were in the royal meeting hall. The horse merchant said to the king, "My lord, I understand that my whole herd of 500 horses is worth 1 cup of rice. Before I leave for home, I want to know the value of 1 cup of rice in your country." The king turned to his loyal price maker and said, "What is the value of 1 cup of rice?" The foolish price maker had previously priced the herd of horses at 1 cup of rice to please the king. After receiving a bribe from the horse dealer, he wanted to please the horse dealer too. So he replied to the king in his most dignified manner, "Your worship, 1 cup of rice is worth the city, including even your own harem as well as all the suburbs. In other words, it is worth the whole kingdom." Hearing this, the royal ministers and wise men in the assembly hall started to roar with laughter, slapping their sides with their hands. When they calmed down, they said, "We heard that the kingdom was priceless. Now we hear that all kingdom, with its palaces and mansions, is worth only a cup of rice." The decision of the royal price maker is so strange. Where did your highness find such a man? He is only worth for pleasing a king such as you." Hearing the laughter of his whole court and the words of his ministers and advisers, the king was ashamed. He brought back his former price maker to his official position. He agreed to a new fair price for the herd of horses as set by the honest price maker. Having learned a lesson, the king and his kingdom lived justly and prospered. Thank you for joining us on this amazing adventure at Thero. We hope that this tale has given you a sense of inspiration and encouraged you to dream big, because it is through dreams that we build a better future. If you enjoyed this story as much as we did, please like, share, and subscribe for more engaging tales that inspire, elevate, and serve as a reminder to us all that there is greatness waiting for us in every decision and every ambition.